Hey guys, good morning. I hope everybody is keeping warm. It's -7 here where I am, and it says the real weather field temperature is -19. Guys, it's so cold outside. Um, I'm just thankful that I have somewhere warm and comfortable. I'm thinking about the people that don't. It's unfortunate, and I hope everybody stays safe and stays warm. But anyway, guys, I am going to make this cassava pone this morning because sometimes I like to have a slice with a cup of tea. Now, if you're from the Caribbean, you know what cassava pone is. If you're from somewhere like Thailand or something like that, they probably call it cassava cake in different parts. But here's everything you're gonna need. You're gonna need cassava, 2 cups. So this whole one would be approximately 2 cups. This other one I don't need. You're gonna need fresh ginger. You're gonna need fresh nutmeg, ground cinnamon, black pepper, dark brown sugar, coconut flakes, some cloves, and some evaporated milk. So let's go. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grate up my cassava and I'm gonna grate up my cassava, okay? So I'm gonna do that off camera. Okay, I like to hand grater it. It's a root in the middle here. I don't know if you can see it, but don't worry about it. Just grater it to this much, and then just discard it. That way you don't have to cut it in half. The reason why I like to use a hand grater is because I control the size. All the size is the same. If I use the food processor, it's gonna be all different sizes. And this is really easy. It doesn't bother me. You just go like this. That's it. All right, so let me finish this up. I'm not chopping bricks either. This is the coconut. So you want to shred this in the food processor too. But I don't have time for all that. This is the easier way to do it. And being that this is so soft, sometimes it gets stuck in the food processor. So use your food processor if you want. And make sure your coconut is grated up. By the way, that was 1 cup of coconut flakes, and we're making cassava pone, guys. Let me tell you, this is so delicious. You can make this several ways. Oh my God, it's so nice and gooey and sticky and chewy, and oh my God, all of the flavors together. It's simply delicious. So now that we have that in there, I'm gonna go in with the nutmeg and the ginger. I'm really eyeballing this because I've made it so many times. I used to make this with my grandma. So I used to make this with her and cassava bakes. I love cassava bakes. It's time consuming too. So this is fresh nutmeg, and it smells so heavenly. So you need like about a teaspoon of the nutmeg. And then once you taste it, you'll know what you're missing. They make this in the Philippines too, but they do it different. I think they just do it with like the cassava and sweetened condensed milk. So that's my ginger. Guys, it's so cold. Listen, if you're looking for a good soup recipe, go down my timeline. You will find one. So I'm just gonna add the cinnamon now. At this point, I have sancocho, I have chicken soup, chicken and dumplings, beef soup, everything. So I'm gonna go in with like a teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Oh, also I left out the vanilla. Let me go get the vanilla, guys. This dish signifies how our ancestors were given so little but did so much with it. You can do so many things with ground provisions. You can make them so many different ways. I'm gonna go in with about 5 cloves, but I'm gonna smash them up. You don't have to do 5 cloves. You can do 3 or 4, but I like cloves. I even love the way they smell for some odd reason. Okay, so we give this a good mix because I am going to add 1/4 cup or 1/3 cup of brown sugar. So you want to use dark brown sugar. I have my sugar bear to keep my sugar soft. You just soak this terracotta bear in water and then place it inside of your brown sugar. It should keep your brown sugar soft for the duration. Because you know sometimes once you open brown sugar, it gets hard. So, another thing, you don't want to add too much sugar because remember the coconut is already has sugar on it, okay? Now, the thing about this, I'm making a small portion because I'm the only one that eats this. Right, because it's part of my culture. So, he won't eat this, but it's all fine with me, more for me. So, I'm going to give this a good mix. You know, I could get him to try some things. You know, sometimes I tell him goat is like a steak or something like that when I make curry goat and stuff. Don't tell nobody. I'm gonna add about a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Here's the thing with this cassava pone or cassava pie or cassava cake, whatever you call it in your culture. You can make this several different ways. This is just the way that I do it, and a lot of people from different islands and different cultures, they make it differently. Some people put raisins, some people put nuts. Like, you can make this according to how you like it. This is just how I like it. Now what we're gonna do is add 4 tablespoons of butter into here. You want to make sure your oven is preheated on 350. You want to leave it in the oven for about 35 to 40 minutes. So let me get this butter cut. And I hope you'll try this. It's so good, especially with a cup of tea, a cup of coffee. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's 4 tablespoons of butter. So we went in, we had our cassava, yuca. You can use the frozen one too, but I like the fresh one. So we went in with that, right? We went in, we used 2 cups of that. We used 1 cup of shredded coconut, sweetened shredded coconut. We used nutmeg, cinnamon, ginger, cloves. And I'm going to sprinkle a little black pepper in here. And we used about 1/4 cup of sugar. And now we're doing the butter. I'm going to mix this butter up. And then I'm going to add like 1/3 cup of milk. Carnation milk, okay? Your butter should be at room temperature. Mine actually wasn't. A lot of these ingredients should be at room temperature. And being that this is a starch, this yuca is high in starch, you don't want to over mix it because you don't want to activate the gluten. So I'm just trying to make sure the butter is fully incorporated in here. And then I'm going to add the milk. And then we are going to put it in the oven on 350 for 30 to 40 minutes until golden brown. So now we add the milk. And we don't want to over mix this, so just gonna mix it it a few times till it's fully incorporated, and then in the pan it goes. Okay, I'm putting this